Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel Fonz Talk Jerseys. It is I, Fonz the Falco Jersey Connoisseur, here in the wonderful world of YouTube. And back at it here with a full-length video. I apologize. Had some short videos on this channel for the past couple weeks. Definitely want to check those out if you haven't. And I've got some other videos lined up in the near future, but I decided to bring this new series because we talked about it in my 2024 recap. I wanted to bring a new series for 2025, and here it is with the first episode. And if you remember, I asked you guys to send me some of your jersey takes and your questions. I want to get the fan involved here because you guys have been huge supporters of the channel since I started in August of 2023. And Jersey community is absolutely great, so I figured to start the series called The Jersey Court. Shout out to ChatGPT for the name suggestion. There was a bunch of others. I couldn't think of an exact name for it too, but then I thought about it and I read it and I typed it up and they gave a bunch of them and I saw Jersey Court. I'm like, you know what? This is a perfect name for it. And the Jersey Court is very, very simple. It's for you guys, for the fans. You guys send me your jersey takes or questions and I respond to them, giving my thoughts and opinions. And if it's a take, if I agree with it or disagree with it, just give my opinions about it. Hence name Jersey Court, like in the court, like, you know, everyone talking and everything too, giving their case and whatnot too. Also some questions here and there. And it's very simple. Just responding to the jersey takes and questions here and seeing if they're good or bad. And if it's a question, I'll give you my honest thoughts and opinions on it. And if you want to be involved in a future Jersey Court episode, just comment down below your jersey take or question. It could be about anything, any sport, any uniform, anything even with the socks in the NFL. Anything in any league, any sport, any past or present uniform, what you want to see, even a review on something, let me know. But if you have a really spicy take and you don't want anyone else to see it, you can DM the Instagram page at Fonz Talk Jerseys. We got a couple of DMs on there as well. But either comment down below or send a DM here for the future episode. But let's take an episode 1 of the Jersey Court with your jersey responses, takes, and whatnot. We had the first one from Jorge Arizaga 6787, just saying that Mountain Jazz Classic is great. It's a very simple take, and I couldn't agree more. The Jazz Purple Mountain jerseys are one of the best NBA jerseys, maybe not just the NBA, but in all of sports. The Jazz lettering with the mountains in the background, it was so nice. They had the white version for the home and the purple for the road. As you guys know, they were originally worn from 1996 to 2002. Purple ones were so popular, they were actually brought back twice in the Nike era, in the 2019-2020 season and the 2022-23 season. And so here, look at that. Why is it hanging up here? Because I love this jersey so much. I mean, it's just a perfect thing of the 90s basketball era, too. With those cartoonish designs, with this one here, with the mountain range behind it, with the Jazz lettering here, with the swoosh at the end, it's really good. I think an underrated part of it is the number here for it. But it's very simple. You just say it. It's great. Is it one of the best NBA jerseys of all time? I would think so. Definitely in my top 5. We got another one here from Goopster F7J saying the Titans color rush was underrated. Now, if you remember with the NFL color rush program, it's when the teams did the head-to-toe an exact same color. In the case of the Titans, was debuted in November 19, 2015. It was their light blue alternate jerseys, but they paired it with the alternate blue pants and the socks. It was all light blue. Now, the Titans were one of the few teams that just took their regular alternate jersey and did matching pants and socks within the color rush program. Now, the top-bottom light blue combination was previously worn with navy socks from 2006 to 2013. And that whole uniform concept was discontinued in 2018 when they had a brand new uniform set. But during the color rush era, they were worn 3 times. That's being worn November 16th in 2017. And as far as underrated ones, you know what, I gotta say, it really isn't that bad of a jersey combination. I think the Titans jerseys back then were really good and one of the more underappreciated jerseys in my opinion. And that all light blue look looked really nice on the field. And I think it cheapens a little bit with the color rush program because the color rush jersey is supposed to be something different from the actual regular jerseys. They kind of cheated the system a little bit with the pants and the socks here. But I gotta say, looking back at it now, it was one of the more underrated jerseys in the NFL with the color rush program. So yeah, really good. I kind of like that take. We got a comment here from Deep Fry 89 saying brown is the most underrated color in all of sports. Now, brown is an interesting jersey concept of a color too, because you're really not really sure where you can match it up with nicely here. The Cleveland Browns do a really good job with it because their name is Cleveland Browns, but they pair well nice with the orange stuff. And even other teams like the San Diego Padres do a really good job with their jerseys too. That brown jersey they have is really good in my opinion. And brown is their main color, and I think it's so good with the Padres, and that jersey is really nice. And even other college teams like Bowling Green with their brown jerseys are really good. And even my St. Bonaventure Bonnies with their brown basketball jerseys. Those are really nice too. I think one of the more underrated Browns jerseys, I think in my opinion, is the Portland Trailblazers when they did their city jersey when it said Oregon on it. That was a really good concept, I gotta say. Now, brown is a very interesting color to me, and would I say underrated? I don't know if it's underrated. I think it's kind of hard to mix with other colors. I think you'd only mix it with a couple of them, like orange here with the Cleveland Browns. You can do gold like the San Diego Padres, or just simple white or gray like the St. Bonaventure does. Now, to say underrated, I'm not too sure. I would say it's more hard to kind of mix it up with other colors here. But I totally get where you're coming from. We had an Instagram comment from GMoney52 saying the 49ers need to combine their 1994 uniforms with the current uniforms so the Overs can wear white pants whenever they want. Also, they need a red face mask and to bring back striped socks. He also added the NFL has to make a rule where you get 3 uniforms to wear without a limit instead of 2. Now, going with the 49ers uniforms here, I gotta say they are a classic set here with the red for home and white for the road and keeping the one pants with the gold. Now, the 1994 throwbacks they introduced back back in 2020 here, they have the red for the home and the white for the road. They wear exclusively. Those are paired with the white pants. And you know what? I kind of like the idea of wearing their current red 49er jersey with the white pants. I kind of want to see how that would look. It would be kind of a little bit different here because the striping is a little bit different as opposed to their regular jerseys, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think the Niners are so traditional with their stuff, so I kind of get where they're coming from. They want to keep it the way it is, but those 94 throwbacks, the red or the white ones, are so good. I would like to see them mix up the pants here. Now, they can't technically do that without going over the alternate limit because the alternate rules in the NFL, you can only wear 3 times an alternate helmet or jersey. You could do the alternate pants as many times as you want. Example, the Ravens have a purple alternate pants. They wore the purple alternate pants with their purple jerseys and their white jerseys many times, more than 3 in the season. When it came to their black jerseys and their colors, they could wear 1 apiece. Going with the 49ers look here, what you're saying here, I kind of like that take though. I want to see them go with the white throwback pants with their regular jersey, swapping out the gold here. I think it would look kind of cool. And to add on top of it, the Niners, I said, are very traditional, but a red face mask will do something a little bit different here. Maybe do the red faces with their 94 throwback look. I think that would look a little bit better, maybe in their regular uniforms too. And in the red face mask, I've learned now recently, changing the face mask color could really change the uniform a lot. Hence, the Cleveland Browns going from the gray face mask to the white. And the last thing here, you say with the NFL has to make a rule where you get 3 uniforms to wear with a limit of 2, and I totally understand where you're coming from. And lastly, we got an Instagram DM from Tough Time Cards. He gave me a couple of question takes in here. Let's break them down. First, simpler, he says, Steelers Bumblebee jersey. What's your take on it? And he says it's one of his favorite throwbacks. Now, quick little history lesson for those wondering. In 2012, the Steelers introduced a 3rd uniform, which was the Bumblebee uniform, which consisted of the horizontal black and white stripes with beige pants. And you see the numbers here. It is the white box surrounding it, and it represents the 1934 uniforms. Now, those uniforms were used for the Steelers' 80th anniversary in the NFL, and they were so popular, they were actually used until the 2016 season when they were eventually retired for another throwback uniform. And I say popular because a lot of fans really did not like them, but they kind of like the charm to it. Now, here's my take with the Steelers Bumblebee uniforms, taking away the Ravens bias here. When it comes to throwback uniforms, I put them into 3 separate categories. There's one category where they're throwbacks for a reason. They should never see the light of day. There's throwbacks people absolutely love, and they should keep them year in and year out. And there's a subcategory within it where people want them to be the permanent uniforms till the end of time. But then there's that one category which I put the Steelers in where it's so good that I kind of like it. Like, looking back on it, it's been a couple years since the uniform came out back in 2016. It's the last time they were used on the field. But it has like now like kind of a weird charm to it. Like, it's so bad that it's kind of cool. Now, should they wear it every single year for multiple times? No. But if they wore like once every 2-3 seasons for one game, it would kind of have a nice nostalgia, weird feel to it that people would kind of like to see. So I don't hate the uniform. I don't hate the throwback. I do kind of miss seeing it a little bit, but in small doses. The category of like once every 2-3 years, we like to see it on the field just for the hell of it. Again, it doesn't fall in the category of a horrible throwback I never want to see again. It's in that middle one where it's like, it has a cool little charm to it. I don't want to see it all the time, but maybe once in a while just to kind of get a nostalgic feel to it. I would pay money to see Mike Tomlin wear the Steelers Bumblebee throwbacks just for one game, but I have a weird feeling George Pickens would not like to wear the uniform at all. He also asks the question, did the Giants wear a throwback once this year? And the question is no, the Giants technically wore 2 throwbacks this season 2 times. For the Giants' 100th anniversary, they did the Century Red throwback, which was a pairing of the helmet and the pants and jersey of different eras of Giants football to celebrate the 100th season, with the pants and socks being from 1925 to the helmet being the 1933 season, and fans did not like it at all. And look, the jersey wasn't terrible, but the pants combination with the helmet just didn't look good. It's just a bunch of mishmash of stuff. It didn't look good at all. And that uniform was worn week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings, got it 1 week in and out of the way, and we never saw it again. And that replaced the 1980s inspired color rush uniforms because, again, the NFL can only wear 2 alternates a year. But the other throwback they wore was the 1980s blue inspired throwbacks they wore week 9 against the Commanders. And that was essentially the blue version of the white color rush one. Technically, they wore 2 throwbacks 2 times in the season. I hope they don't bring those back and they just bring back those color rush uniforms because those were a lot better. And lastly, Tough Time Cards asks, what do you think of teams like the Packers and Vikings Bengals with the all-white helmets jersey look? It seems to be getting overdone now. And you know what? I'm going to have to kind of agree with you on that. And don't get me wrong, the Packers all-white look, it looks really good. And the Vikings one, I wasn't sure about it, but it looked a lot better on the field. And again, as a Ravens fans, I got to say that Bengals all-white look is really sharp. But I think there's a point where it kind of fits a certain team. Like, really, if the team already has a white helmet like the Miami Dolphins, they could do the all-white look. It looks good. And the Bengals already had a color rush uniform, the all-white look, so it made sense to match it with a white helmet. They could do like the white tiger look. And for teams like the Packers and Vikings, where they play in predominantly cold weather where they play, you could kind of make a case where they should do a white helmet, kind of the all-white winter wonderland look. So I get what you're saying. I don't think every team should do an all-white look. It only kind of works with a certain team. If it's kind of in the color scheme, they have a jersey or helmet that's already white in the rotation, or kind of where they are located. Personally, I don't think the LA Rams should do an all-white look. It just wouldn't look right to me. Or even a team like the Houston Texans. Now, the Dallas Cowboys can do it because their white helmets were a throwback back in the day, so we can make a case for that one. But like the Buffalo Bills all-white look, That works too. Jaguars now have a white helmet, and you could technically pair it with the all-white look eventually if they get rid of that alternate rule. But I do get what you're saying, and I actually kind of agree with you. Again, depends on the team. We're kind of seeing it getting overdone now, much like when doing teams with the all-black look. So yeah, it kind of goes with the team, what they are, like with the uniform-wise, the helmet, the throwbacks, and whatever too, kind of where they're located. It's kind of a weird little thing I have to it. And that wraps up the first episode of the Jersey Core. I got a couple of good questions on there. Let me know down below your thoughts and opinions. I like this series a lot, and I think this is going to be really good with the fans here. Again, if you want to be involved in episode 2 of the Jersey Core, it could be any question, a comment about anything with jerseys or uniforms or anything really, a question, league, uniforms, whatever, any league, any era, whatnot, comment down below on this video. Or you can send an Instagram DM at FonsTalkJersey on Instagram. If it's a really, really good take, I might give you a follow back if that's worth something. Speaking of, you definitely should follow the Instagram page at FonsTalkJersey. Definitely subscribe, hit the bell, follow the channel if you haven't already. Got another couple of stuff lined up on the channel. Some videos that have been backlogged here, like the top uniform match from the 2024 season, the best and worst uniform 2024. Those will be coming up very soon. And even some stuff outside of making videos. We might get a new setup here in the very, very near future. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I also want to spoil anything for you guys. Follow my other YouTube channel, Fonz the Falco. My personal one, where I kind of do a grab bag of stuff, non-jersey related stuff if you like the content. You can follow my Instagram and TikTok at Fonz the Falco. All the links for everything will be down below. But again, be a part of the action. Be a part of episode 2 of the Jersey Core, which will be coming in a couple weeks. I might do this every couple weeks, depending on how many responses I get. So yeah, comment down below, give me your thoughts and opinions, and definitely stay tuned for more videos on this channel. Thank you guys so much. Have a good day, good night, good evening, whenever you're watching said video, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.